So I was connected with Def Jam by a woman named Celine Joshua. She was introduced to me by way of Tommy Brown, who just so happens to be a mentor, music mentor. He's actually known me for about 10 years now. He was one of the first people when I first moved to LA that was like, yo, you got to do this music thing. You got everything you need. He introduced me to Celine around the Seesaw dropped, and she immediately saw the vision. She bought into, everything that I saw for myself and was willing to sign me to her label 1022 and partner with Def Jam. And yeah, that's how I ended up here. One of my most memorable career moments, undoubtedly, would be when I was told that I was going on tour with Beyonce for the Formation World Tour. It was the first big moment that I do remember experiencing. So, of course, it's special to me because it was the first time that I even, received any news like that. But yeah, to be one of the youngest on Beyonce's Formation World Tour, of 19 women was probably one of the most memorable moments. I'll never forget. It changed my life forever. And it really prepared me for the big shoes that I've stepped into now as an artist myself. Some of my biggest influences, I always like to say I'm inspired by many, but influenced by just a few. Aaliyah is the first one that comes to mind. I really, really loved the way she carried herself. I watch and study some of her interviews, and though she was so soft-spoken, she was charismatic, she was tasteful, and she just had this aura about her that was infectious. And then you dive into her fashion, the tomboy swag. She always did it a little different. She was one of the first artists that I really admired visually. She got on these R&B records, but dance and movement was always a part of what she did, and that's definitely someone that I am inspired by. But then I can't skip over the iconic Janet Jacksons. She, fireball, energetic, all around triple threat. And even the likes of, J-Lo. Her story was really inspiring to me. I remember watching, studying just kind of her journey and kind of it giving me that inspiration and that motivation that, like, you can transition from a dancer and be an incredible, world-renowned pop star just from the right records and the right work ethic. So something that people don't know about me is that I'm honestly so down to earth. I've noticed in a lot of, my interviews in the past few weeks, people say, like, it's so dope to meet you and, like, actually talk to you and hear your story and hear you talk, because I think social media can give off, these different personas where you think you know someone and you have, like, no idea. So I do what I can to put my real life experiences into my music and be as vulnerable as I can, but I'm really, like, so chill, so down to earth. And, everyone from, like, my hair and makeup to my management to just random people that I have met along my journey always, like, give me a nod to just my humility. And I plan to keep that with me, and I hope to allow that to let me connect with my fans on an even more personal level. My fucking moment definitely took place early this year. Like I said previously, I really pride myself on being as vulnerable as I can. I feel like that's what's allowing people to connect with me in the way that they have, and I hope to continue to do so. It's very difficult. I try to keep most of my personal life, personal, but without giving away too much information, I categorize myself as the most likely to flip a broken heart to a bag. Every woman in their life has experienced heartbreak, and I experienced one that I never imagined, and anyone who knew me never imagined I would go through something like that. But when you trust a person and you have a rapport with someone, and something crazy happens that you never expected to happen, that's really you would think would break a person or, cause this distraction. I instead used it as motivation, and I actually put it into the record. So if anyone's heard Seesaw and you break down, the lyrical context of the record, you can kind of get a taste of what I was going through. And again, it's nothing that the average woman hasn't experienced at some point in her life. But that moment that I really didn't see myself getting past has catapulted my career and my life, and everything around me is happening in the most amazing way possible, and the trajectory of where I'm heading is up. So although sometimes, those bucket moments feel like they're gonna bring you down, when you channel it and you apply it in the right area of your life, it can really open so many doors and actually change your life for the better. So be aware of those fucking moments because they can be very pivotal moments that can take you to the top. Some must-have on-the-road items for me. Perfume. I am obsessed with smelling good. I like to walk in the room and steal the room with my scent. I need my laptop. I'm a busy woman, so I'm constantly taking Zooms. I'm constantly working on what my next creative is going to be. So definitely need my computer. Obviously, my phone is a given, so we can skip over that one. My makeup bag, of course. Every girl needs to have that makeup bag in her bag. Make sure the looks are on point. And a journal. I like to bring a journal with me. In some of my quiet moments, I try to document as much as I can, so that, things are moving quick for me right now. But at some point, I want to be able to look back and really experience the emotions that I'm experiencing now in a slower moment in the next chapter of my life. Yeah, so just a few, nothing crazy. So what you can expect from me next on this evolution of Kendra Jae. I plan to continue being consistent with my music. I know a lot of people right now think I'm just the girl with the sweetie feature, with this like one-hit wonder, but people don't really know that I've been putting my work in the studio. I'm really dedicated to my craft, and because of my dance background, I have a relentless work ethic, and I don't expect anything to come easy. Although I want to dive into other, business ventures, fashion, beauty, movies, television, I'm really focused on building a solid fan base and a solid foundation with my music. So that is the core focus right now. I'm about to be finishing my EP with some really amazing people, on the production end. I'm so humbled and excited to have them supporting and believing in the vision. And I'm really excited to drop a project next year. I think people will be pleasantly surprised by the body of work. And I'm just really excited to continue kicking down the doors and showing people that anything is possible with hard work, dedication. I really just feel like I get everything that I give. So I'm excited. Kendra Jae is on the way.